What? There are so many legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Mega Review. Why don't we catch them all in one video? Well, of course, they're all in that segment. That's it. Doesn't matter. The first legendary Pokemon you can. Let's first start actually with the ones in the story mode, and that's also the first legendary Pokemon you encounter in general. The legendary Pokemon simply appears right here after you got interrupted by Steven wanting to ask, what kind of Pokemon do you want to raise? Is it the Pokemon you, of a specific type you like, or is it just where you're trying out different kind of species? After he follows that, Latias will appear. Latias will ask to soar on her back, and you can and she will bring you to this southern island, I believe it's called. Yep, Latias is apparently also crying for help, which is surprisingly. And you get a cutscene that came from the demo. Still funny when they did that. And that cutscene from the demo right there, so it must be the most repetitive cutscene in the entire game. Brings you right here in the Southern Islands. This place is a really beautiful one. I really like what they have done with the Southern Island. It's one beautiful place. It's supposed to be a place where you're not supposed to come here normally. You need to have some special access for this. It's such a cliff on the water. Then actually talk to Latias, and his hitbox is pretty big. Yeah, pretty big. Dreams and nothing but another reality. Never forget that. And you will notice right here, there's Latios waiting for you. I really like that Steven actually says a different kind of thing, like, its beauty is like of a water stone, and the dawn is green, or is it the dawn stone? Its beauty is known as a steel type Pokemon. And Team Magma is trying to get that Pokemon. Yes, they really ran out of the raid in order to get here. And of course, we won't give Latios over. These beasts will not get these, not abuse Latios here. And she's gonna try to lead us, but of course you need to beat her in order to win. I don't show this entire battle, I'm just trying to play the main music. There you go. After you beat them, well, my Legion did evolve again. Yeah, Legion really did evolve here, which is kind of stupid. And also bad timing for my part. So it will evolve into in the line of this actually the only time that you can see the evolution in any video of mine actually maybe. We're featuring legendary Pokemon. So after beating them, they will retreat, and Latios is offering their help. I really don't like Team Magma's stiff walking. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be marching, but when they walk that fast, it's so stupid. Latios begs for his help, and you have no choice but to accept it. that Latios site it has on it allowing you to use the legendary Mecha Latios himself. Latios is the offense, is the attack of the two, and allows you to do a great special attack, decent physical attack, but also really good speed. His Mega Latios is also became a lot more broken, but is also Latios in steroids, but nothing else changes from Latios. Latios' signature move is the Luster Part, the move that decreases special defense, I believe. Need to check it out, but yeah. And I will be quiet while I check for that. For the next cutscene. After you've beaten the Magma's cameras. Max's cameras. That is our next legendary Pokemon. Yes, I'm right. Luster Punch decreases special defense. There's Groudon! Groudon is indeed a ground and fire type in this form. Has Special Land, which is a really special ability, allows you to summon the harsh sunlight's weather effect, which is actually better than Sunny Day. Harsh sunlight has these effects. It boosts power, uses the power of fire type moves by 50%. Allows Solar Beam to be charged by one turn. Abilities by using of the sunlight will be activated. It cannot be it will stay forever until Groudon is off the field. And water type moves are nullified. Yeah, basically all water type moves are useless with Groudon. Groudon's signature move is the almighty Precipice Blade. I actually had a little history about Groudon. Actually, I always thought this was Precipice Blade, but it's Precipice Blade. Precipice Blade is a base 120 base power move that has 85 accuracy and has no additional effect. It has really no secondary effect. It's just a really powerful physical attack move. That is basically what makes Groudon him. Kyogre's, is this Alpha Sapphire, then I'll say on myself, we just deal with this. Kyogre is a water type with Primordial Sequence ability. It has Body Slam, Aqua, Ice Beam, and Origin Pulse. Its ability is basically the complete opposite, basically, but Sun will be used to boost power of water type move by 50%. What the hell? Allows Thunder to be used, and Thunder has 100% accuracy. Abilities using the Barbarian also affects here, and Fire to moves are completely nullified. It will stay until Primal Kyogre is out of the field. Kyogre's signature move is Origin Pulse, a base 110 base power water type move with 85 accuracy. Yeah! Wait, I actually want to check that. Which one is Groudon? Is Groudon stronger? Yeah, Groudon is stronger because it has a base 120 and Kyogre has a base 110. Did they change that in Generation 7 since Groudon is... Yeah, they didn't change that. Groudon is basically... Why does Groudon have the strongest signature move? Base 120? Okay, didn't notice that. I'm really looking at survey right here, right now, because I'm doing this in post-commentary. That Groudon actually has a stronger signature move than Kyogre. I guess it's because Groudon's Primal Groudon has the Omega symbol, which actually lasts in the combat. Yes, makes it will be a little more powerful, and also, yeah, Groudon actually has a big buff here, since Groudon's, because it's a fire Groudon type, 4 times links to water, but that ability helps him a lot, makes his weakness obsolete. And, yeah, gets additional typing, and its signature move is even stronger than normal. That's, shocking. Really shocking. Also, you for fun notice that Groudon sets its shiny locks. Yeah, that is a thing actually. Latios is the only Pokemon that is not shiny locked in the story mode legendaries. Shiny lock is basically a thing that was introduced in Generation 5. That is actually introduced in Generation 4 with the Manaphy Act. But you can remove the shiny lock by simply switching it over. So technically it's actually introduced in Generation 5. It's some kind of check that will never be shiny. But yeah, it will basically become never shiny no matter what you do. So every Groudon you see that comes from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Kyogre also is shiny locked. That will basically come out like this. I will mention in every single legendary Pokemon that actually is it is shiny locked. Will be mentioned that it is shiny locked right here. And Groudon is one of them, which is kind of ironically. Groudon will be captured really soon. I just came here completely under the level, and surprisingly I caught it on my first try, which is kind of funny. Ironically, it's because Groudon actually has is a little easier, luckily for us. Groudons can be countered with Latios and Latias. Actually, the Latios since you get them here first. And actually, you can still get Latios here, whatever. And it has rest too instead of Aqua Ring. So yeah, that's the thing. Latios can help you. So yeah, the only move you can actually do on the Latios is actually Lava Plume. Sorry about that. Let's try the Ultra Ball. It should be caught right about now, since I see on the thing that it's about to get captured. I love Groudon's music, Groudon and Kyogre too. It is supposed to be a mod that they're about. It is a mod. It's a mixture of old and new. It is really really awesome. You can actually hear sounds of the classic legendary ancient Pokemon that from Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah. I really like the Groudon says that yeah, it comes from a very cataclysmic magic and Kyogre, and yeah, just to get the power of the force of nature. The next legendary Pokemon is right here in the Delta episode, which is a story arc out of after you become champion. Let's just say it's right in the post game. It's literally a really cool story arc. You go all over the place, but it is very rewarding. She says actually a really cool ride to, I believe. I'm actually see that since I know that it's really cool. And then yeah, I remember that chant it was said is really cool. And the Pokemon you fight here is a Pokemon called Rayquaza. Rayquaza is the Pokemon that I actually want to talk about really fast. Rayquaza is the, I really want to say it, is the most mispronounced Pokemon in existence. Many people actually do say it as Rayquaza, but it's Rayquaza. Let's see, here it is. I got the summon ritual of Rayquaza here. It says, with jewel bright and borrowed might from the spirits of the departed, through sacred rite in thy great sight, my life as well I offer. I summon thee to aid this fight and save us from disaster. Realize them upon this world, for this I do summon thee. Rayquaza. And apparently Rayquaza, also, this is actually kind of funny. Many people doesn't like any questioning why Rayquaza can Mega Evolve without the use of the Mega Stone. It's because of this. This cutscene basically explained everything you want to know why Rayquaza can Mega Evolve without a Mega Stone. Because the meteorite will be swallowed by Rayquaza. The meteorite will decay eventually during your adventure into a special Mega Stone, and it becomes a lot stronger for Rayquaza. Will summon enough power for Rayquaza to Mega Evolve. Yeah, that's what you get from being a Pokemon that lives in that is basically an omnipotent Pokemon that lives for eternal life. Let's see my sock. Anyway, yeah, Rayquaza lives for like endlessly without sleep, and yeah, that can drain his power if you use the Mega Evolution. Rayquaza is actually an interesting Pokemon too. It is actually the only Pokemon in existence that will change its that you get a different moveset when you capture it. Since Rayquaza here you see that has Dragon Pulse, Extreme Speed, Dragon and the Fly like so the what it will its fly will change to Dragon Ascent, which is the requirements for Rayquaza to Mega Evolve, which is in order for the technicality. Rayquaza's distinction move is of course Dragon Ascent. That's actually the deal with Rayquaza. Rayquaza is actually really aggressive too. Dragon Ascent, it has these effects. It is a really powerful physical attack which lowers the user's defense and special effects. But when it's changed by Rayquaza, it can allow Rayquaza to Mega Evolve. Yeah, you can see that Rayquaza is incredibly powerful. Despite it wants to be captured, it's not actually... It still fights with all of its might. Also, one thing I like about Rayquaza's model doesn't look at you. You can see that it pans a little bit to the right, and only because Rayquaza doesn't even look at you. He's too smug. I just love that. Rayquaza's ability, if you want to know what that's supposed to be doing, Rayquaza's ability is Airlock, which removes the ability of removes the effects of weather conditions. And yes, Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, and Mega Rayquaza's effects do need to counter that. Mega Rayquaza is actually just a really incredible Pokemon that many people think it's impossible to defeat. It's not. Kyurem gets incredibly buffed and can basically one-shot Rayquaza because it can survive its Dragon Pulse. I've seen my Kyurem survive Dragon Pulses from Rayquaza a lot. Barely holds on, but that Sub-Zero's Rambo of his is strong. Rayquaza, unfortunately, a Megaphone cannot even use the awesome effects of the Z moves is not in the Mega form, because apparently no Mega evolution can actually use cannot even use the Z moves. Yeah. Kinda sucks, but that is true. Rayquaza, I still, excuse me. Yeah, I do need to take some breaks on that. I feel like Rayquaza kind of can make it a little difficult. I make it myself a little difficult with using normal Pokeballs because I want Rayquaza to not be called like immediately, because Rayquaza is really powerful and I regard it as a punishment. Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah. And yeah, also the moveset you get here is also pretty good. Yeah, because if you actually look closely at the moveset you get right here, it's really good. Because you get Extreme Speed, Dragon Dance, Dragon Pulse, and Dragon Ascent. It's really good. Now I actually need to make some quick edits real quick, so give me a moment, and I will also actually take a break right here. Good timing! That was very good timing. The next legendary Pokemon is coming right after the last two boss fights, which includes Rayquaza as well. Since you see me going in here out of the Sky Pillar, which is like, because if you actually look closely on top of the Sky Pillar, it looks a lot like a certain island called Bird Island, doesn't it? Well, that's an obvious reference for some, or maybe we should say foreshadowing, if you manage to defeat this Pokemon, actually. So let's be quiet here, since this music's pretty cool. I honestly don't know how Nintendo does it, but they always make space so beautiful, despite in reality it's just a black abyss with stars. Yep, it's this Pokemon. And surprisingly, this Pokemon is not called a legendary Pokemon. In fact, this Pokemon is actually called a mythical Pokemon. Mythical Pokemon are actually really special. They are basically Pokemon that are only exclusive in events. And we are fighting against one right now. Deoxys! Deoxys has 4 forms. Normal, attack, defense, and speed. He alters his stats depending on what form he has. Literally in the type of the form depending on the form he actually is. Normal is basically base 120 on both his base of his offensive stats. His defenses suck and it's pretty fast. Basically, it's a mixed Mewtwo with its physical attack stats. If you change it into its attack form, it becomes incredibly powerful. But its defenses are even suckier than before, so it becomes a glass cannon. When it is in its defense form, it becomes a lot more balanced, but its defenses are brutal, and its ability helps that becoming a really difficult beat with draining PP. Its speed form basically equalizes all of his stats except for speed, becoming it the most fastest Pokemon in the game. Add out insult with injury, with agility, and you got what you got. Deoxys signature move is a move that was actually, don't want to say this actually, but it's actually true. In XD. Normally that event was actually released, but you couldn't get it in Pokemon Generation 3. Right now, the only Pokemon you get it right there was in XD. Psycho Boost. Psycho Boost is basically an equivalent of Overheat. Second version of Overheat. It allows Deoxys to do intense damage, but decreases its special attack by a lot. What do you mean was that it was introduced in XD outside of events? It's because Lugia, when purified, it gets not only Aero Blast but also Psycho Boost as one of the uses that actually can get. So yeah, that's actually really special about Lugia, which makes it really cool. So after clearing Deoxys right here and now, you want to capture it, but that's recover with his is really annoying. Believe it or not, this boss fight is actually really similar to the battle of Mewtwo in Pokemon X and Y, but it is actually kind of a little different because it is actually boosted up by 11. Because Psycho Boost, Cosmic Power, and Hyper Beam. So similar with Mewtwo, if you use either Spiritomb or Sableye, you would have basically an easier timing because you roll every single of those one of those attacks. But that Hyper Beam of his is really dangerous. But all of his moves are actually kind of dangerous because it does intense damage with Psycho Boost and does intense damage with Hyper Beam. It's kind of surprising that this is actually the first legendary Pokemon ever that has Hyper Beam in its starting moveset. No, actually that's kind of a lie because of Arceus in Generation 4. But again, that event was never released anyway. So yeah, there's actually officially the only Pokemon that actually has Hyper Beam in its moveset. And there goes Deoxys, the mythical Pokemon. Woo boy! There was a lot of them also, but then again, Deoxys forms give me a lot of detail. I like that Deoxys says that it comes out of mutated from a laser coming out of a mirror. Well, it makes sense with the Dragon Sand. Also, that crystal in his chest, it's his brain. Yes. The next set of Pokemon are in fact only now in quests. Deoxys was the final Pokemon that is exclusive, which is the last legendary Pokemon you get by simply following the main story. You will actually know a little more about these things. I actually put up the visual brill in the editing, so you will see, so you will know what the visual brill says. Follow my path if you want to do this. But the Pokemon, you do need to require both Relic Cap and Regirock, so give you a heads up about that. If you want to do this do the cycles right here and now, I almost did the wrong path, but I could rectify my mistake. If you get to this island, you are basically going in the right path. If you get to this island with that hiker and that, I guess, I'm pretty sure either bird keeper or a yeah, it's a bird keeper or a breeder. Bird keeper, breeder. Anyways, if you go take this path, you will get to a certain shore. You're actually forced to get to the shore. And remember, you must do this perfectly. Look where you need to go. Go straight down the middle. If you don't, you will be boned. Because this entire middle actually is where you need to go. Otherwise, you will be running around and you see this panel. Now, kind of stupid what they actually have done here, because I said that I put in the text. It's because the text is put in a language of the blind. It's called visual braille. But if you want to know what this visual braille says here, and I did put it up, it says to go up here. You got a special alphabets right here about the visual braille. Right here, little in A, B, C, D, little from A to Z. That. If it says dig here, yeah, you can see now what I put here. I put in all caps because that is making it a lot more cooler. You need Pokemon to dig too. I don't gotta mention that. So get the ground types, and that's actually really easy. Yeah, long to live in this cave. It's all thanks to the power Pokemon living alongside us. Yeah, you can steal that Pokemon in the dark, defeat it. You get those who have courage and hope. Open the door to an eternal opponent to wait. Yes, it's talking about one specific Pokemon. You do need Relicon first and wait at last, actually. I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, just to show you do even need to pause there. Now, after doing that, you can go towards the next... to one of those doors, which is located in the desert, ironically. This actually... I just have to say the desert because it's kind of obvious right here. Around 111, I'm pretty sure, or 113. Anything closer to the that spot allows you to get to the legendary Pokemon that's hidden in the ruins. Now these Pokemon are not shiny locked, so you don't need to worry with it. Since I did not put them in there, it doesn't mean that I didn't say that they're not shiny locked. So put the save the goggles, which is actually special glasses you get from May, so you can get the Earth. There is of course nothing here except for the fossil and some really good Pokemon, and some secret base spots. Other than that, there's only the legendary Pokemon and nothing else here. But there is of course Gibble here, which you can get with his hidden ability, with his amazing hidden ability. So other than that, you should not be worried about that. Now for the next puzzle, I highly recommend using the D-pad in this, since you're coming up right up to that stop. I don't have the repels up because it's in blinding. Because most of the legendary Pokemon are right here right now don't even need repels to do that, because they're located in special areas which has no wild Pokemon except for wild here. Simply going in here in this cave with this special tomb with those circles, you go to the desert ruin. Simply says right, down, then use your strength. Simply, so this right, down, then use your strength. AKA use strength, the HM strength. When you do that, thanks Mariana, this door will open. Yeah, they don't make things easier because they really want you to prove your courage actually by approaching these Pokemon. But they always talking like one specific Pokemon. Here is Regirock. Regirock has no signature move, but it's really cool. Regirock actually is my favorite Pokemon to actually say its name, actually. It's so cool. Regirock, ironically, it's basically a physical wall, but it has physical defensive capabilities. Why do you mean a physical wall? Because its iron defenses are broken as shit. No, mean that. It's because of the, well, it is broken as shit, but let's just say his physical defense is insanely powerful. Literally, base 200 of his defense is really like that. It's like, why do you need so many defense? Are you not? You basically are you really are a stone wall where there's a simple breeze to get through this insane stuff. But you do need some dynamite in order to break this wall. When you do that, you can get this amazing legendary Pokemon, and yeah, it is basically really powerful. Because you're in a cave, I highly recommend Dusk Balls. There's some stuff here to do. So yeah, I do like Regirock. It's actually my second favorite Regi of the four. Because I do want to actually share also my opinions, and I guess now I can actually, because I guess I can share the other Pokemon opinion about these legendary Pokemon that we already fought. I do like Latios is my favorite of the two. Groudon is my favorite on the Reddit trio. I love that he's got a nice buff, ironically. Rayquaza, I don't like that much. It is my second favorite, but I don't like that people do say that it's like some kind of impossible Pokemon to defeat. Like some kind of iron wall that you can't even comprehend. Deoxys, I do like Deoxys. It's actually one of my favorites of the mythical Pokemon. I believe it's like third favorite maybe. I don't really know what my favorite of the mythical Pokemon are. But Deoxys is really cool. I never actually used one. I may want to use Deoxys myself, but I'm not a really expert Deoxys because Deoxys has movesets of its own, and yeah, and I don't want to abuse that myself. Yeah, I don't want to abuse Deoxys' abilities because Deoxys has literally different move pools in each of his forms. I believe normal is basically like that mix between that. I believe attack has the most powerful and like a ton of moves. Defense has a lot of defensive properties, and I remember that the Extreme Speed has both attack and extreme speed and agility in it. That's what I remember in this. And Regirock, I just love it. This is my second favorite. I do not actually know. Many people say that the Regis suck. I recommend you may want to look on the Regis yourself before going to do anything else. Because if you at least try them out and try to give them a good moveset, you might be able to be shocked. Because I tried Regirock myself, and my god, it was really annoying to defeat. Yeah, defeating it is annoying, and weakening it itself is like a chore itself. Also, I kind of don't like its moveset actually. You just it has Agent Power, Bulldoze, Curse, and Iron Defense. Meaning that the only offensive move that actually will be really threatening is that Bulldoze of his. The moveset, I believe the most jerkiest legendary Pokemon actually took me the longest is another one actually. Yeah. Let me check that later when we reach there. Now, I'm actually, if I have almost nothing to say, I will be quiet. So you can actually know so you can actually enjoy the music and enjoy my suffering. Because I have almost nothing to say about Regirock. Also, you probably know that of course, I'm doing post commentary. And if you know what I'm doing, because it's just to kill some time, because I don't want to waste my my space with all these sound cues. I'm playing simply game. I'm playing a game. Well, this capture is basically going. It's a long capture, but it's kind of getting a really thing there. You know why I'm so humming? I get like, why is my payload going off when I'm doing this? But now I find this good thing that I can do actually in order to get my have that get that something. I noticed that I find my location where my AC adapter is actually located. My AC adapter for the Wii U is really bad, and I want to at least able to recharge at least while I'm not doing anything. And I noticed that there is on my spot there's actually something I can put there, so I maybe want to change that. Redecorate. We want to reshuffle my thing there. Are you enjoying the music? I want to let you know your opinion on each legendary Pokemon too. So put on the comments below for each and every single legendary Pokemon. For if you, I really want just your opinion, which one you like and which one you don't, since everyone has their favorites, everyone has their opinions, and I want to know that. Don't worry, Regirock is going to catch it really soon. Since I know that this is soon going to be getting up to the next legendary Pokemon. So luckily, you know when I'm going to continue on with the next legendary Pokemon. But no, actually, my real reactions about this. But Regirock is getting captured really soon. This is he's wasting a lot of my money and time. I'm really tempting here. Oh, this specific voice recording. What if I get another guard champ again? It's fine against the same person many times, kind of annoying. Don't you agree? I have a feeling that the next one will be the one I'm going to capture Regirock in. Yep, and there goes Regirock. Don't worry about the next scene, since I just captured a Pokemon that I really wanted there. And it was a simple Sprout, so don't worry about that. Since go to do first, and you will counter a Pokemon, and you will get to the next location. I'm still not done with my bell. Yeah, this is the location where you want to go, where I just found this little spell. I'm really I remember what the next puzzle was. I forgot that the puzzle was that, and that's once again wasting my time. Yeah, the next puzzle is really what you're going to see on screen now. It's like, why do I even go in there? I remember it's a little different in Emerald, actually. It's really like, I believe it was, yeah, stop and wait, unmoving belt as time passes twice. It means literally what it says in the same. Wait a grand total of 2 minutes without pressing a button. That's why I mean with unmoving. Yeah, you will understand still for a grand total of 2 whole minutes just to open the door. That's called dedication, my friends, and also a lot of patience. You have 2 minutes of patience? Then tell me if you do. Yeah, the second minute is about to pass rather soon. No, we're getting up really close. Yeah, the crashing sound is gonna happen soon. Just a little bit of patience is what they really want from you. And I'm like, wait, why do they do this? I like it just the screen turns to black and then crash. Really, it's like that. It's about to crash now. Three, 2, 1. Thank you for. That's the legendary Pokemon. I don't want to use I don't want to have Hydro Beam on my face. You should stop using the Hydro Beam because you left yourself open. The other is Regice or Regice because I don't really get why people are actually still complaining that Regice is not the official pronunciation, despite it was said in one of the movies. Regice is basically the counterpart of Regirock. Instead of the physical defense is high, its special defense is high. So You have to deal with basically a massive ice barrier that you can only break down by punching. I don't like Regice a lot. This Regice is the is my least favorite on the free Regis. Seriously, I don't like that it's because of the stupidity of Regice's pronunciation is a thing. Also, if I do the little thing, if I actually have a signature move, then nope, it doesn't. This legendary Pokemon doesn't even have a signature move. Also, the moveset is actually similar to Regirock, instead it has amnesia instead of iron defense. You have lost quite a few times. You only have 21.99% win rate. Yeah, only 50% 73%. Yeah, I'll let you enjoy it because, yeah. Luckily, it's not actually good. Yeah, luckily it's really almost over. Yeah, I don't actually have much to say about Regice. Regice is actually good offensively, but it's kind of annoying with the stealth rocks. Stealth rocks is the thing. Fantasy Generation 3. Generation 4, goddammit. Yeah, because even more of an barrier to security system to overcome. So. Hey, you idiot, you shouldn't actually use your burst effects. Alright, Jazz is gonna get captured right around now. I gotta pay attention, but I'm still actually enjoying myself. Now my favorite Reggie, actually. It's actually really fun. It's actually my favorite Reggie because of the cry. It's really cool. No pun intended because of certain Reggie eyes. Alright. You do actually want to give Reggie eyes a nickname for future reference. And when the future is actually very soon, actually. The future veteran, you want to give Reggie eyes a nickname. The reason will be no matter will be next up is Registeel. Registeel simply is and sends it into Titan with hope and time. I'm really exactly what you can explain, but there goes Registeel. Registeel is a hybrid of both Regirock and Regice. It'll be a wall. Actually kind of rare. Registeel is not actually used offensive commonly, but it can do a lot of it. But it can be a good support in support patterns, which is why you think. There are a little of Registeel like right here. Registeel really the highest but only essentially 3 in power for the main Lucky this next one is still from the Pokemon system. Yeah, I'm really good at catching them. My Pokemon are great with you. And yeah. Yeah, this place is really useful though. It's just takes it to luckily Registeel's requirements for capture doesn't take a lot of time. I understand. I still don't want to guys, so I understand energy. Pokeball into one of the and the rain is not into one of the Registeel. Okay. Because it's so durable. It's also made of magnets too. Now for the next legendary Pokemon, it's the secret boss in this entire group actually. Regice, its name is Regigigas. It will appear on Regice's chamber. And this one is difficult already to actually perform because you need to do a lot of stuff. What kind of stuff you may want to ask? Well, it's going to be on screen rather quickly. What you need to do is give, of course, Regice a nickname. That's one of them. And you need to give when that girl actually says about that girl I just talked about, that I'm just talking with you saw on screen, was actually the hint maker of what you need to have on Regice's thing. You need both Reggie, all three Reggies, and you need to modify Regice for your thing there. Talking to getting to new model. And there's a girl here in the new model that gives you a Reshiram cone. If she has set ice cream, then you need a Reshiram cone for Regice. And she only give that if you have Regice in your party. So a good item for Regice. It's in the form of a fairy Dilgo. Yeah, this fairy Dilgo right here gives you the Reshiram cone. If you know where the other items you want, you need, if your requirement is not ice cream, the snowball is located in the Bell Resort. Costs a few battle points for that. And the Neverland Eye is actually kind of one of the uses. When the tide is low, it's actually on the daytime, you're able to it's on the very bottom, and you will get not only the Lily Eye, but also not only the location where you can get the Glaceon, but you also get the Neverland Ice, which is really good for ice types. The location you need to be in for Regice is Regigigas. Is Regice's own chamber. Yeah, it's because Regigigas is apparently a big fan in runes in icy locations. That's actually what I just noticed about Regigigas. That it really loves the runes in icy locations. Yes, he's a big fan of the cold. Next year we get becoming very good prepared, and Regirock and Registeel will be a big help to you actually. Because they're able to wall Regigigas' attack. So yeah, you have to see the notification what I've just done on screen right now because I'm not really busy about all this. Yep, he's got requirements, Regice encounter requirements, Regirock, Regice, Regice Party, Regice with the nickname, will be supplied with steady health item, ice, which is ice cream, you get the silicone. If not, then choose either the level of ice or the snowball. It's just your preference. You have the Sand Mill and Regigigas will appear. I love the introduction too. It's really cool. Regigigas is amazing! My third favorite of the Regis. Is basically a really monstrous Pokemon of them all. Amazing offense probabilities. Its only crappy stat it actually has is its special attack stat. But the only thing about Regigigas is that it has a really crappy ability. Slow Start. Slow Start, like the name implies, is the ability of what hinders Regigigas will become over time. For the first 5 turns, it just sends out half the damage, or half its attack and speed. Yep. For the first 5 turns, its speed and attack stat has been half. Really fun, really nice. Regigigas' signature move is Crush Grip, which is a really good move to actually have for Regigigas because wow, it's really powerful. It basically does. It's a really good startup for Regigigas because I highly recommend using this Pokemon only for double battles. Usually for the first start, while using gastric acid on it, and this thing will go haywire, and because it does a lot of damage, the more HP the user has left, the opponent has left. Yeah, the target has left. Yeah. So that shows how great this thing Pokemon. Shows how great this Pokemon is. It has so much potential, and I just knocked it out accidentally. I didn't remember that. But yeah, that's a thing. That's why you want to save, my friends, because Regigigas is a mess. Because there's only one of them in the game, and you can only re-encounter them by beating the Elite Four, and I don't want to do that. Unless I require some money. Regigigas, such a nice Pokemon. Do I capture it like quickly? I don't. I don't even need to take a break for Regigigas, so after Regigigas I need to take a break because my throat is kind of sore. Really sore right now. Yeah. Because I have to talk for more than 3 hours just for 27 legendary Pokemon. I'm not down. I'm not down for that, my friend. Let's start already with the changing for my thing here. Luckily, not that much of a, not a big battle with this one. This one is not really big. Not that really big. Let's give it some time. What's you gonna do about it? Yeah, Zen Headbutt. Yeah, I mean Zen Headbutt is his only move that can actually damage you. The other ones fucking suck. Yeah. Yeah. Next gonna be that thing. Yeah, it just takes a kind of long time for this to happen. I think I'm going to quickly end my commentary right here, and then wait until my approach is kind of better. Maybe I have some better commentary for you guys. So yeah, that's Regigigas for you. Alright, next legendary. That's Latias. Latias is coming through an event. Yeah, but the event also in the journal side quest. Because the requirement is something you have to do yourself. If you're lucky at it. Basically what you need to do is pass by someone who has the Eon ticket in the game and has a Mega Ruby on Sapphire. And when you do, you'll be able to get the Eon ticket from the one who gives you the events. And there is something in here that is kind of bothering me about this one specific battle. Yeah, this actually, if they also have a Sapphire, of course, I'd find Latios, and then moves would be the same as well. Now, the one thing I kind of hate in this fight is that it says a wild Latias appeared, not Latias appeared. What are they saying? Yeah, this is actually also kind of strange that they also makes you fight in this specific space. But I guess it's just for legendary specifically. But despite that, I do had actually in battle round for this place, which was a forest, but whatever. Latias is the defensive one of the four, and that was her signature move. It missed the ball. It is basically similar to Lost Approach, except it lowers special attack into the special defense. I thought they were kind of similar, but nope, I'm wrong. Lost Approach and the Thor are basically very different, despite their powers are pretty much the same. Okay, this is something I kind of hated in this fight. Psycho Shift. Psycho Shift passes the status condition on towards the targets. So if you're like paralyzed, it sends that away. Sucks. Sucks really, really, really bad. Watching my finger. So catching it will be kind of difficult. I have nothing else to say for Latias. I do like Latias, but I find Latias I do like Latias a little more better. So I'm going to see it on the next legendary Pokemon. And I will talk, you see me actually already doing the requirements of the next legendary Pokemon, but I will talk at the beginning of the battle actually, so woohoo! Actually no, I'm not actually going to talk to the next legendary Pokemon because I love the music so much that I'm going to be quiet the entire time for you guys, since I love the music, because I just know which legendary Pokemon it is. So I'm going to be quiet in that section because I don't want to strain my voice, and also I love the music that much, so you guys are get to know a little bit more about that Pokemon. I will put captions about which one I do like. I do like this Pokemon a lot more than its Alpha Sapphire counterpart, so woohoo. Love Ho, it's what I really like Ho. I do really like Ho, but seriously, it's really just I just really love Ho. Next up is like kind of nostalgia factor. The next legendary Pokemon is found in Capitalist Plain, which is a location which is located by the forest. And you require inside of having Ho or Lugia in your party, and you see which Pokemon can appear right now. It's really just past hours. So if you look at your clock, which is the second digit, and you'll see how many minutes you are past the hour, and you can see which legendary Pokemon will be appearing. Ironically, this is actually a legendary Pokemon that I wanted to talk about for quite some time in Generation 6, since it is kind of unique and I constantly forget about its upgraded detail. Let's just say this Pokemon is really amazing, really amazing. A blazing heat that slices you up. So I also like that the music they chose for this one is actually an 8-bit rendering of Pokemon Crystal's music. Yes, like you just saw right now, this is Entei. Entei is a physical attacker, but it can be a special attacker with the right requirements. Entei even has a signature move. And guess what? You can only get it by using a heart skill, and it's the only one of the three that actually has the signature move. And it was only added in Generation 6. Sacred Fire. Yes, that move again. Sacred Fire is a really powerful special fire type move which has a 50% chance of burning, which can be really handy for Entei. It can be really good for Entei. So if you don't want to use Sacred Fire, but you don't like to be overpowered with Ho-Oh, then you do have another choice in Entei. Besides, Entei and Ho-Oh are kind of similar. It's also kind of similar to Flareon, but it has potential being a really good special attacker. But its physical attack is really high, so woohoo! So you can make it a mixed attacker if you want. And that's all I have to say about Entei. He took me 2 tries in order to get it. Even though Entei is my least favorite of the three legendary beasts, this is my favorite. How many minutes is the other one? The other legendary beast? 7 minutes, Jesus. Alright. Here comes the next legendary Pokemon. Yeah, I also hate that I cannot use Paralysis because of its item. Ugh. Here we go. Here it is! It's Raikou! Raikou is a very fast special attack. Not as fast as Jolteon, but it packs more of a punch. Raikou is really my favorite of the three. It's just so great. Despite this Pokemon most everything it can actually do on you is actually a Spark. So that Spark of his is really the most dangerous move you have. It's really the most dangerous move you have to deal with. Yep. And there's actually nothing else. He doesn't have his signature move or anything, but he's just really powerful. Surprisingly, Raikou can also learn Reflect and Light Screen. Strangely enough. But again, it makes sense because Light Screen and Reflect are supposed to be seven barriers, and I accidentally KO it. This Pokemon, you are guaranteed to hear me quit my commentary there. Oh much I hate this fighting this Pokemon right here. The legendary beasts are kind of known to be give me a pain in the ass, and of course this is the one who took me the most. Except for so this took me about 17 minutes in order to capture because I'm pretty sure the other one 9. Yeah, this is the one that took me the most of your time. This will take you the most of your time, yeah. It's Suicune! Suicune is my second favorite of the three. Suicune is a competitive god of some sort. Has decent defenses and basically an amazing user of Calm Minds. Especially if not to be offensively, but you should be careful in doing things. Suicune can learn a variety of moves. Ice, water, even Shadow Ball as well. It really is what you want to have on Suicune. Just take your poisons and you can... It really is easy to use and you only need to have effect. And you can basically do a lot of this stuff with Suicune. It's pretty easy to use. If you're basically a kind of a newbie but you don't want to be overpowered as anything, you should try considering this legendary Pokemon. It's really good. It's really good. So please try it out. I know this is actually my favorite. It is the favorite of my best friend actually. Because of nostalgia reasons, and yeah, you also love this design a lot. I can see why. This actually, I realize that Suicune's tails are actually, how is it waving around? I like that Suicune's variety is supposed to be a Pokemon that always goes with the north winds, so I don't know what they mean with that, but we'll see about that. Maybe not, but there we go. See you guys to the next legendary. Nameless Cave. Oh, you need 3 Pokemon with max happiness. Yeah, I just simply say day, dusk, and night because the times are really annoying. So I just simply just say where I need to have to counter it. It's pretty noticeable actually. I really like that this cave really has the etching or has a puddle in the shape of Sinnoh actually. I still need to finish my Pokemon Diamond list, but I keep forgetting about that. There's still some legendary Pokemon I can use there. Here it is! This is the Pokemon that appear at daytime, Mesprit. Mesprit, let's just say, this Pokemon is a Registeel. It's a Registeel. And well, not actually that what I mean with that. I meant, it's not offensively, not defensively, but a hybrid of the two. So basically, it can be both a wall and also a special attacker as well. But it gets greatly outshone by his other 2 brethren. Ironically, this is the Pokemon that took me the least amount, just for about 5 minutes. I do like Mesprit. It's my second favorite because I love Mesprit's design. It's so cute. I really like how chill is just sitting there. I wasn't sitting there, just flying there. You may notice I do actually want to make a mention about Mesprit's design. I really like it. It looks a lot like Dawn, like it's supposed to be meant to be one of in the anime. Like they have similar quantities in their design. Mesprit, that tuft of hair that are coming out of Mesprit is looking a lot like the ponytails, I should say, that comes out of Dawn. Actually, that's kind of what I really like about that. That they actually try to be really creative with this in the anime. So small reference of Dawn right there in the anime, and especially Dawn is actually chosen to be this chosen one of Mesprit when Calamity is about to happen. I have nothing else to say, so on to the next one that appears at dusk. A Fury of Dusk, like a Lycan Rock. That's not fun. If you, well, this may not seem like Dusk, but I'm really reacting like immediately when it's time when passes on there. So I went there immediately, like, oh, it's time right now. I can get it right here, right now. Let me just go right there, right now. Where is the? Come on, there it is. I really don't like the location that they put in there. Let's begin the battle. Here it is, the being of knowledge. Uxie, yeah, that's how you say it. Uxie is the wall. Like Brock's Walk Hard Pokemon. Anyways, yeah, let's just say that Uxie is, like I said, it's supposed to be the wall of the two, of the three, and it is really, really good defensive, despite its frail design. Ironically, Uxie has both Yawn and Meteor putting in there. And it also comes with extra sensing and future sight. Its design with Brock actually comes with also similar with the eyes. Many people make fun of the eyes actually, because Luxie's eyes is supposed to be the one actually is actually capable of erasing memories. And Brock's eyes are kind of different. So yeah, I'll be cutting ahead to the next legendary Pokemon. After a dreary evening, coming up with a night. appearing only at when the stars are aligned. When you can see stars, that is. Let's go back to the name Escape. Fight the next legendary Pokemon. This actually took almost no time at all. 4 minutes. I don't think the legendary, the Lake Guardians didn't take me as much as I didn't take as much time as I wanted. Kinda happy about that. Okie dokie, next up we're going to the final one. This is supposed to be about determination and willpower. Here we go, let's fight the final legendary Pokemon in this place. It's Azelf. Azelf is a sweeper, both physically and specially. Like it has basically the same effect what you think Ash's strategy is supposed to always be. Fast and strong, that's all it Azelf's supposed to be. It doesn't like do most of the slow and defensive ones. Azelf's design coming with Ash coming with a similar to its design. The blue part of Azelf's head is the dark part is literally just the blue part of Azelf. It is similar to Ash's cat. Ash always seems to be wearing blue for some reason. The side part of Azelf's head is similar to the tuft of hair that comes out of Ash's cap. We love that design choice. both in the stats and its design. On to the next legendary Pokemon that will only appear in the sky when you have all 3 of these. When having all 3, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf in your party, you get this Pokemon right here and right now, appearing in a rip of time and space. Going through the distortion, really dangerous, and you get Palkia. Palkia is a really offensive Pokemon. I really like Palkia, but I hate fighting it. I only like Dialga a little more because of its cry. You may know that I do not even have Palkia's moveset up, and that's for a good reason. Its moveset is really competitively viable. It's really strong. Just have a look for yourself. Palkia has Space Rend, Earth Power, Aura Sphere, and Hydro Pump. That's really powerful. Palkia's signature move is for that Space Rend right there. Space Rend is a base 100 special attack with an increased crit ratio. So combine that with Palkia's Water Dragon type, and even with its signature item, the Lustrous Orb, can do a lot of damage. Yeah, Palkia is so awesome. Dialga and Palkia is actually kind of special. Lugia's signature move is actually also similar to that. I didn't actually mention about Lugia's, because if you fight in Ho's battle, you fight against the Lugia, and Ho's signature move is Aeroblast, and Aeroblast is similar to Palkia's move. Has a high crit ratio. Dialga is the other one. Is the one you fight in Alpha Sapphire here, and it has Aura Sphere, Earth Power, Iron Tail, and Roar type. Yeah, that move is similar to Palkia's moveset, but it has Iron Tail. I think it would be more fitting to have, but then again, it's actually much as strong as Steel type move. Despite, I think you should more have Flash Cannon than Iron Tail. Dialga's signature move, because Dialga is basically Dialga, let's just say, it's it's even bulkier than its stats suggest because of its Steel Dragon typing. And its signature move is really insanely strong. Roar of Time. Roar of Time is a really powerful special attack Dragon type move that is like a similar rate of Hyper Beam. Combining that with his insanely strong with his signature item, the Adamant Orb, is really good. Adamant Orb is the Adamant Orb boosts Dialga's Steel and Dragon type move, and the Lustrous Orb boosts Palkia's Water and Dragon type moves. That's basically what it says in the thing. And there we go, that's all I want to say about Palkia. I had a lot more to say than that, and Palkia's battle is about to end. Even though this Pokemon can be found without the Eon tickets, it's simple. Eon Flute. This one is pretty simple. Really simple. I'm gonna mention these legendary Pokemon. Simply have to go right here. There is a Terrakion your way, but it's a one space. You can simply ignore that. You only get a locket after catching Groudon. I will actually cut ahead to the bell so I can actually talk about that legendary Pokemon. You have to say yes to Flannery in order to unlock it, otherwise you won't be able to pass through. It's really dangerous. The really dangerous Pokemon. Generation 4 has a really powerful arsenal of legendary Pokemon. Yeah, this Scorch Slap has this space right there. It's not actually in Ruby, Sapphire, and Malaya. It's just a new area actually right here. Well, without further ado, let's go fight the next legendary Pokemon, which is the almighty Heatran. Heatran is an insane strong special attack. It really says what its steel and fire type actually suggests. It's always the only legendary Pokemon that has a 50-50% chance either being male or female. Heatran's a really good special attacker and defensive are really showing actually. It has also really good with Iron Head as well. I do suggest you just be a good special attacker. It can also learn Dark Pulse as well. Heatran's signature move is Magnet Storm. It is really powerful special attack. It also inflicts trap damage actually. It is really good. I really love Heatran. It's one of my favorite fire types. It's my favorite actually. My favorite fire type is actually in this one as well. But we'll see that when it comes. I have nothing else to say about Heatran, so I will cut myself back to the next legendary Pokemon. Bitch, I just know it. Bitch! I hate this legendary Pokemon because of these. Because finding it is really annoying. The next legendary Pokemon appears at random times. You can increase your chance by going online. Crescent Island. No, not the island for Pokemon Brick Runs. This Crescent Island is an asshole. There is need a Stardust at the other side, but there's nothing else here, except for this legendary Pokemon. Let's fight this Pokemon. I don't want to deal with this Pokemon. Well, it doesn't even take much of my time. It's Cresselia. Cresselia is a really good, it's a really good ball. One of the best balls out there. Really good at supporting, can do a lot of damage with Calm Minds. And yeah, that's really about the side of Cresselia, except for its signature move. Which is Luna Dance. It sacrifices herself in order to fully restore the one that can send out. By both destroying all of its HP, its status conditions, and PP. Yeah, that shows how powerful its signature move really is. I have nothing else to say about Cresselia. Just burned out of my memory.
Evita placa.
Out of the negative into the positive. We're going now to these next three legendary Pokemon, which can only be acquired by having 3 Pokemon with max EVs, and only appears on certain days. I really love the music of well, I actually didn't actually mention about that. I forgot to say about Latias. I didn't even talk in that part. Kind of that. This is actually the spot that was actually shown in the chorus scene with these strange parts actually. It's Virizion! Virizion is a grass and fighting type well, I guess that's just a fighting principle. It may not seem what if you want to know what actually that's supposed to be doing, it raises their attacks that if hit by a dog type move. The Street Swords of Justice signature move is actually Sacred Sword. The other Pokemon that can also learn Sacred Sword are Aegislash and Katana, since they're actually associated with swords. Yeah. It is a really good physical attack move that even ignores stats, ignores stats changes, like Rising's defense getting lower, attack being lowered, or my defense going up. Yeah, it just simply ignores that. So, it breaks walls, physical walls. Yeah. Virizion is the special attacker of the 3 legendary Pokemon. It is really special attack. It's a special wall. Yeah, its special defense are really high, but it has decent physical attacking capabilities. The only bad thing I can say about Virizion is its unfortunate 4 times weakness against flying types. Then again, Air Slash is the most flying type move. Then again, Alien Ace is really, but really appears actually Alien Ace actually the most actually. Let's get right into there, to the next legendary Pokemon. And this Pokemon is terrifying. It's Terrakion. Terrakion is a rock fighting type with, once again, with all these things, with justifying possibility, like all the source of justice. Terrakion is the physical attacker of the four. Thresh may be my least favorite, but Terrakion is my favorite actually. It is no surprise why this Pokemon is seen in competitive like that. It's really good on its physical attack, and once combined that is justified and sword stance. Okay, ready to get your butt kicked. Terrakion really has really good moves to his disposal. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Sacred Sword, Close Combat, even learning other moves that you may want to have on him. You just name it. It really has great, This is also the Ball Breaker with that Sacred Sword of his. Say goodbye to all those asshole physical walls, to those walls, because their defense buffs are useless. It's really no surprise this Pokemon is shown in several seasons to this day. That is so good. My favorite is appearing right here, right now. It appears for a certain day, actually. Let's go back to Pathless Play and let's fight the final legendary Pokemon in this scene. Oh, I love this Pokemon so much. I love this design, love everything about it. So cool. And it even has a small change in Generation 7 too, which I do want to make mention of that. Oh, a pair of P's and Gators sizing you up. Come on, just go, 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 go. I want to talk about the legendary Pokemon. Fast pass me, save immediately, quickly. Hurry, don't waste time. I want to talk about the legendary Pokemon. Frick yes, here we go. Let's begin. I love this. Anyway. It's Cobalion! Cobalion is a steel fighting type, and justified with good, like all those sorts of justice. is the physical wall. It's really good with physical defense and maybe even the counterpart to Terrakion actually. The Cobalion is actually the special attacker of the 4 actually, so not the mythical Pokemon, that's the other one actually. It really has a lot of moves that actually can be really good at its disposal. I don't know if it actually learned any move that actually increases defense, but I believe Bulk Up is what you can learn on him. And Sacred Sword plus those swords then still helps him with his physical attacking capabilities. Just try that for yourself if you want to use a wall, but still want to be great offensively. Just those sword stands will help you a lot. Will need to help you on your crest. It's my favorite. I love Cobalion to death. So much. Get your... Yeah, I'm not joking, but we're going to need to in order to... If you want to get the next legendary Pokemon, you need to have Castform in your team. No joking. You get a free Castform by the Institute, but you better Institute after helping the Team Magnet Team Aqua is a problem. Woohoo! Alright, so I guess we just have no choice but to deal with things. Just need to get your... Just need to get the Roach Balls because I will be boned. This Pokemon similar to Dialga and Palkia will appear actually in the sky and not actually in certain dungeons or some large part of that. Nope, it just appears soaring in the sky, right there in the in that black thunder in that thundercloud. It's Tornadus! Tornadus! Is a good special attacker. If you don't know what Prankster does, it's really annoying. Gives priority moves to special status moves such as Rain Dance and Hurricane. Not actually Hurricane, because it just gives priority to all those moves that actually has that. Its ability, in its other form, it gets Regenerator for its ability actually. Regenerator is an ability that was also only seen on Ho-Oh and Slowpoke, I believe. Let me just search to see since I don't remember Tornadus' stats myself, so I can waste my time with more property with commentary on these legendary Pokemon. Has no station move, but it does have a great it is a mixed attack in this form. It is decently fast, not really good in defense department, but it's still like with offensively. It's actually the most powerful of the form, so make sure you make advantage of that with that Prankster of his with Rain Dance and use Hurricane in order to do this. If you are fighting against Alpha Staff, you're fighting against the Thunderous, which has also Prankster for its ability, but in the other form it has Volt Absorb. If hit by a Electric type move, it heals himself if hit by an Electric type move, yeah. Thunderous is basically a faster special attack. It's basically similar to Tornadus is in the carded form, but in the trainer form, it's a lot better there since it has not that much of the speed, just like 10 base penalty speed for more offensive properties. Only way you need to do that, you need to have the Review Glass, which you can only get in, well, in Marvel City. In Marvel City, you get the Review Glass. All you need to do is just show either Tornadus, Landorus, or Landorus. Yep. On to the next legendary Pokemon, which I have to say for that, which is actually my favorite fire type.
Honestly, I never saw this legendary Pokemon come. I saw the other Palkia actually coming, but I didn't, and Regigigas too. But, this was actually one legendary Pokemon I didn't saw it coming. But having actually all legendary Pokemon available in every single day, in entire Generation 7, Generation 6 actually, just makes really good. Stable Cave is actually the name, and you only have one Pokemon reach level 100, like I just said there. Oh, I love this cave. I love how I really love the beauty of this Pokemon. Well, I love the beautiful, but I do not hate it. And this cave is so beautiful. Well, here we go. It's Reshiram! Yes, I just put it in there just because it's not being trying to be funny. This is the only time in the entire series where you can get a shiny Zekrom or Reshiram. So Zekrom is the Alpha Sapphire exclusive. Reshiram is a really powerful special attacker. Really powerful. Decent physical attacking capabilities and really good defenses. It's really good. It can learn a lot of great moves, and with the introduction of those move tutors and all the good stuff, you can manage to do a lot of it. Let's just say that the distinction move is Fusion Flare. It gets buffed after Fusion Bolt gets used. So if Reshiram is slower than Zekrom, then you can do a lot of damage with that. It's the reverse of Zekrom too with its Fusion Bolt. Also, nice typing by the way, Dragon Fire, which is actually the first Dragon Fire type Pokemon in existence. This is of course the king of those. Or queen, depending on what your fancy device is. But when you reach the level 100, it's actually the reference why you need a Pokemon which needs to be level 100 for it. Is Blue Flare, a really powerful special attack base 130 with base 85% accuracy with a 20% chance of burning. Yeah, that's how powerful Reshiram is. Alpha Sapphire exclusive is Zekrom, which is a dragon and electric type. I already talked about Fusion Bolt, and it's supposed to I didn't talk about the stats. It's basically the polar opposite of Reshiram. Instead of a good special attacker, it's a good physical attacker. But then again, I just saw people using Fly and Shadow Balls on him. Not really good. Zekrom's Sync move when he you can't please confirm if it actually did that the same with Reshiram. No, it's base 130, yeah. When level up ability level 100, you get Bolt Strike, a base 130 with 85 the power is 130, 85 accuracy, with 5 PP, physical attack, electric type move is called Bolt Strike, with a 20% chance of causing paralysis. The Zekrom, of course, with great offensive and physical capabilities, may want to be a really good physical attacker. It can learn Slash, then Headbutt, Dragon Claw, Crunch, Outrage, and as Bolt Strike is really all you do need. It can also learn Home, because of the only bad thing I can say about Reshiram and Zekrom. Reshiram, it cannot increases its special attack stat outside of the choice specs. Yeah. Zekrom can learn Home Claws, but Reshiram can too. Yeah. That's the only thing I can say about Zekrom and Reshiram right here. I do like Reshiram, and Zekrom's my favorite Pokemon. That's obvious by now. second longest legendary Pokemon right here, right now. The next legendary Pokemon, the last 3 requires both version exclusive in order to get into Pika. And honestly, the first one is many people's fan favorite, actually. Oh, many people do love this Pokemon. The only need to do is basically have both Dialga and Palkia in your team. Want to have these last 3 to be the ones that actually end this video off. So we go back to Buford and you'll see that gap has been returned. When I comes out of it, is the almighty Giratina. Giratina is a ghost and dragon type. Awesome type thing, by the way. It really sounds really cool. It's really good. It is really good. I can have so much to say about Giratina. That's nothing funny. Giratina don't like its sonic moveset, by the way. Hex, Shadow Cross, Shadow Force, and Aura Sphere. 3 ghost type moves and a fighting type move. Yeah, not a good idea, my friends. Giratina is a offensive wall in this form. Yes, has 2 forms. Has a great, defensive capabilities with this, and even has some decent offensive capabilities. And that pressure of his makes things a lot more annoying for him. Makes it annoying for us, actually. In its other form, its Swat, it reverses his defensive and reverses his defensive and offensive capabilities, and its ability gets levitate. That move you just saw, that is his signature move, which is Shadow Force. Shadow Force is a similar to Fly and Dive. I remember that Regirock actually failed to mention something about Giratina making him even awesomer. Giratina was the first Pokemon to be even introduced to have those kind of moves. Phantom Force is basically simply knockoff of it, so the other Pokemon also do it. It's a really powerful. It's a base 120 physical attack stat or ghost attack that needs to turn to recharge, but you avoid attack speed. You avoid attack pretty well. And additional fact goes through all protecting moves without problem, like Spiky Shield, Reflect, Protect, Attack. Yeah, that's the deal with Giratina right here. I love Giratina so much, and that's actually on the same with many other people's. I do find the Giratina's job actually kind of interesting. Many people think Giratina is just luring like a devil, luring the lure like a devil. But it's actually, I believe, my theory is Giratina's job, outside of being the Lord of Gravity, is it has ability. It has the ability of. Well, that's what I do. As a matter, anyway, yeah, okay. It's supposed to be Arceus' last resort. If Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf is unable to make peace between Dialga and Palkia because they are basically both being controlled and they are so strong, they're even stronger than Dialga and Palkia. Giratina is supposed to be there just to make things right. That's actually the sweetest thing you actually may have heard from a ghost type like him. So he's taking care of his brothers. It's so sweet. I just love how Giratina is like. I really like how Giratina, despite this carry design, it's so cool. Poor Giratina. Yeah, I just really love Giratina, and that's all I can say about Giratina right now. Because you fashion say about Giratina stuff. Alright, I will talk to you guys in the next legendary Pokemon. So it requires both Tornadus and Thunderous Mewtwo. Enjoy this awesome boss team, by the way. The second to last legendary Pokemon requires both Tornadus and Thunderous from your team. I like this idea for free, but I just have to capture the last stream. And similar to Tornadus and Thunderous, it will appear in the sky, in the thunderclouds. Simply fly over the fort tree and you'll see this cloud you need to interact with. Simply dazzling interest. Intense force like the almighty legendary Pokemon that will appear from there. The almighty Landorus. Landorus is a ground and flying type Pokemon with sand force ability. Yeah, not you thought it would be Frankster? No, it has sand force. So basically, its ground rockets still continues to have their power increased by 33% in the sand force. And in its figure form, it's Intimidate, which is actually really common ability. Latias is a great mixed attacker. Not the fastest amazing Thunderous, but it has a lot attacks more of a punch. Its physical attack set is high, but its special attack set is really what is lacking behind its 10 points in its incarnate form. In its turn form, it's decent special attack set, and its attack set is going through the roof. And its speed is even lower than before. Yeah. So that is the basic symbol of its success. I mean, actually has a 4x weakness against ice. It can learn a lot of good physical attack moves, such as Outrage, Superpower, Earthquake, like all ground types. Even learn Explosion. It has a lot of good moves to refuse attention, so that you can just choose what your punch fit. I have no recommendation. So Tornadus I recommend its incarnate form, Thunderous I recommend its period form, and Landorus I have no recommendation. Choose whatever you see fit. And that's all I have to say about Landorus. The last legendary Pokemon. After catching that, we can now, after catching Zekrom and Reshiram, well, you need both of them actually in your team, we can now go towards the final place we need to go. It's actually pretty unique too. Because this is actually the only place in that actually has a different legendary Pokemon appearing in a different location. So its space is actually unique. The place of this where we want to go is actually called the Null Den. The Null Den is, like the name implies, is a really it's actually really unique actually. You know, like that. I'm not even learn with that much actually, but gonna spike up some knowledge wells, just to going to get the Null Den, which is located. It's actually ironically located close to Mount Chimney. I don't like the name, but it's called Mount Chimney, or whatever. Yeah, I got the Pokemon Emerald that didn't actually live there. Yep, like I said, the Null Den requirements have both Zekrom and Reshiram in your party. And this Pokemon will appear to you. Yeah, trying to look around, but it's of course close to those that spot. Close the roster tunnel. And welcome to the Null Den. This is also the only location that actually has a hidden key item as well, which is required for the legendary Pokemon. Which is actually obvious where it is right now. Simply, it's the DNA splices, which allows you to change this next Pokemon's form by using Absol Fusion. Simply save. Let's fight the last legendary Pokemon, my favorite ice type. Kyurem! Kyurem has 3 forms, and this is the first form. Kyurem has a great offensive capabilities in this form. Weaker than normal legendary Pokemon, and because base 600 with base 600. But that's 660 actually. As great mix is a really good mix attacker. It's basically like Registeel and Mesprit. Not a physical or special attacker, but a hybrid of the two. Unlikely that, but it can be not really praised because of its ice typing. Kyurem's signature move is what you see right now. In this form, it's called Glacier. It's similar to Icy Wind. It can hurt multiple opponents, but also has 1% accuracy, 100% chance of actually increasing it by lowering their speed. Its power is also a little stronger than Icy Wind, so it's like really better. Since Icy Wind has an attack power of 55, Glacier has an attack power of 55. Yeah. So it's stronger than that. If you absolute it with Zekrom, then you get Black Kyurem. Black Kyurem is the physical attacker of the two forms, and if you have featured Scary Face, Scary Face will become Fusion Ball, which I already talked about, and Glacier will become Freeze Shock at base 140 physical attack stat with 90% accuracy, which has a 30% chance of paralyzing the opponent as an ice type move as well. So it's the most powerful physical attack, physical ice type move I actually can learn. But with Absol fusing with Reshiram, which is my favorite of the forms, gives you White Kyurem, which is the special attacker of the one. So yeah, its special attack goes is the stats of which I just said about Black Team and White Team goes through the roof. Scary Face becomes Fusion Flare. Oh my god, I just said that. It becomes a Fire type move, an Ice type move, an Ice Pokemon like him can use a Fire type move. And Glacier will become Ice Burn, a base 140 special attack Ice type move with 90% accuracy and has a 3% chance of burning. Black Kyurem can be really good use of if you want to try using Draco Meteor on Black Kyurem, but I don't recommend using anything for White Kyurem except for pure power of it. In general, it's actually the most powerful Ice Dragon type move actually because of the reliability. It's even stronger than Mega Rayquaza. So if you think that Mega Rayquaza is impossible, try using Ice Burn and Freeze Shock. But the other thing about Ice Burn and Freeze Shock is that it doesn't return the shot. So power up, or if you want, or if you're using Generation 7, try using the ICMZ. Sorry about that, I just I needed to plug my thing in here, but yeah, nothing else happens. I just love Kyurem. It's my favorite Ice type in this entire game, in the entire franchise. I just love it so much. It's just my favorite Ice type. And stupidly enough, this music is not the same music that you heard in Pokemon Black and White. In Pokemon Black and White, it actually has a different, it has a different, different band actually. Different base actually, yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the next Legendary Pokemon. See you guys next time for the next video.